Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Frozen, and today we're back with some more Hades. Yes, that is right. We're gonna have some more fun, and we get to use the gun this time around. That's great fun. I'm using the gun. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? You know, let's go poison. Let's go poison. I fancy going poison. But yeah, how are we all doing? I myself am doing pretty okay. Level 5 now. This is going to be great fun. We're getting up there. Actually, let's just do damage control instead of inconvenience fee. I'd rather be able to buy all the stuff that I want to make sure we're having a good time.
Worst, Father.
Forget about the surface, boy. You are not missing much. Here we have warmth and wealth, stability. Up there, nothing of the sort.
Yes, Dad.
It's nice to visit, anyhow.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
Now, Zagreus, I'm certain everything is going fine for you right now, but just in case, I got a little something just for you.
Ah, thanks, pal.
Oh.
Your dashes cause hangover. It is the best one to go for, right? I would like to take this, but the issue is, like, it won't actually, trigger in the way that I want it for. Dashing is kind of nice. It's still better. Like, I needed the attack bit. Because the stacking is what I want, right? But anyway. Yeah, I'm keeping myself busy. I got plans this evening, which it may affect my upload schedule, depending on when I finish. Taking my sister out for a little late birthday meal. Which is, you know, treating her to something nice. So, kind of looking forward to that. Going to a very nice burger place, as she is quite a fan of those. So I'm mainly just trying to get this done and hopefully uploaded before I have to go. Or at least recorded anyway, and then if I can't upload it, I'm sorry, don't punish me, I didn't mean it. I still have trouble maintaining my schedule even when I want to maintain a schedule. But yeah, other than that, still doing alright. I am still a moron of all sorts, but you know, that is all good for me. Chill isn't bad, but if we're going for that, I'll go for Doom on a special if I can get it right. Like that, if I can get Doom on the special, that's a lot better than anything else that can be applied. But yeah, I mean, other than that, some nice news for some people.
Why, you are wielding Exegryph, the Rail of Adamant. A most fascinating device. Imagine the new face of war should its secrets someday be revealed and spread to mortal kind.
Yeah, we found out how. Attacks inflict doom, or... I will take it because it's an upgrade to my attacks. And I can descend down here. Let's go.
All right.
But yeah, some good news. I'm planning to stream this weekend for the Sunday.
Use the breaking phrase that I imparted, or perhaps you merely chose not to present me the result. I would quite like to see it at some point. Remember, son of Hades, say to the all-seeing artifact, I see you stand your ground against the serpent's flame.
I do keep forgetting to do that, and it is hilarious. Actually, increasing the boons is better. I probably should have rolled that.
Hey, lads.
But yeah, so I'm planning to stream. We'll be looking at Sunday, midday GMT. So, if you would like to join me. I don't know what I'm playing yet, or anything else, but Might start off with a bit of Epic Water Towers, play some other games I haven't played in a while, and maybe just there to kind of chat, hang out, and pass the time, really. And actually get back into a routine of it is the other thing as well, because as I said in some of the videos, I've been a bit lax in that. I have been a bit lax.
The goddess Nyx has indicated you possess a list of prophecies from the three fates. I've such a list upon Olympus here. It seems to be connected to your own, as several prophecies already are fulfilled. Isn't it such an honor to urge fate along?
Not really. Cast deflecting is pretty good, actually. Well, the reduction from traps is also pretty good.
Hold on, look who.
I have to tell you, Sisyphus, sometimes I wish I knew more about your past. You must have been a great king.
Well, the thing is that I wasn't, Highness. And that's not modesty from me, all right? All behind me now, and I'd appreciate it if we left it at that.
I hear you, sir. Though whatever you did in your mortal days, you've since more than paid for it, I'm sure. Wait, is that why you're still here in Tartarus? Because you think you deserve this?
It's more like this is where I belong, where my path has taken me, you know? Here in the underworld, you can't entirely escape your past, and yet it's like you get another life to live, with all the wisdom that you picked up along the way.
Interesting way of putting it. Yeah, let's take darkness.
That I can do.
I'll take that.
Yes, Baldy.
You're looking as stately as ever there, Baldy.
If Baldy ever speaks to me, it's going to be awesome, and I'm going to absolutely love it.
You got this, Prince.
But yeah, I'm looking to get back into streaming and stuff, so that's on the horizons if you wish to come and join me. And, like, if there are some games you kind of want me to see or play and stuff like that, and I'm able to get them working and stuff, let me know. I do not mind trying stuff out, and if I've already got them in my library, playing them kind of, like, live and seeing people's reactions and stuff. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I know I might do some epic auto towers with some mods on, which will hopefully give me access to all the towers, and we can do some more curated runs with those. And maybe the same, doing some custom runs on Spell Road as well, maybe. Who knows? It depends how much time we got, and I'm planning for a good amount of time. But we all know that, you know, I'm an idiot, I'm also lazy, so. And I'm also lazy.
Back to the lowest depths with them.
By saying that, we've been having a good time with work and stuff like that. Ooh, we can go down here. Let's go down here, let's do it.
Goes nothing.
An Erebus gate.
Greetings, Father.
Let's see you avoid this.
Without getting hit. Oh, interesting.
Wretches.
Ah, come on, really?
Not quite nimble enough.
We're gonna try and get better at these. We will try and get better at these. I know I shouldn't have dashed back in when I had it, and I kind of had the best setup. Man, that's a lot of enemies there. Oh, I get the boon from Chaos is still in effect, isn't it? Which is probably not helping the situation either. Restore 1 HP. Thank you very much. Let's alter this. Nah, do it again. Oh, okay, no. I wasted 2 altars and I really shouldn't have, but So yeah, looking forward to doing some of that again, and yeah, maybe we'll play some other games that I haven't kind of played on stream before. I know there's my one save file from Hollow Knight, which I did ages ago, which I haven't continued, so we could finish that on stream as well. Or actually, I got an idea of something I might do. At least it'll be something I can start and continue on playing with as well. Because I kind of been wanting to do it for a while, and we shall see about that. Because it may involve...
What else is there?
Actually, I do like the weapon upgrade, because they're going to be quite useful here. Ooh.
Respite.
Attacks burst, but you never have to reload. That's pretty good. Bouncing to additional foes with what I've got, though, is so good. Ricochet fire.
Tuned up.
Because it means I can kind of, like, hit multiple foes at the same time. The health.
Pay for that.
And move on. Could have taken the bonus there for the Doom.
Hi, you three.
Oh, they're back again.
Octotus, you ready? Give up already, Zag, or I'll keep killing you each time you come this far.
Haven't come yet.
Some bad news for you, Meg. Little by little, I'm getting stronger.
That may be so, but you'll never be my equal. Ever. You do well to remember that. We are the Furies.
But yeah. So I'm still enjoying a bunch of stuff, which is kind of nice, right?
There we go.
And I'm trying to, actually, let's just use this. Why not? And I'm trying to, like, improve on a lot of things, because I have been a bit lazy. So, yeah. But it's been a pretty busy week for me on that level. You know, excuses and all that. Although saying that though, nice kind of side bonus with a mate of mine and the D&D stuff. We're kind of getting away on the character I want for one of the new D&D sessions we're going to be doing. And I'm looking forward to doing that because it's going to be great. I have kind of settled on a paladin for it.
I did it.
As for the subclasses stuff, I'm still kind of... I don't know, we may tweak a little kind of thematic stuff just to kind of make stuff work in regards to the theme of it. So that's still on the table. I still want to keep the Overflowing Cup. Right? No, because we're getting a lot of Doom ones. Let's go with Doom. Increase the rarity. I think it's fishing point as well.
Any boons worth giving up?
No, we'll keep everything else. Then we just gotta get some levels in the stuff we have.
Courtesy of
Right.
the pact.
So I guess the next thing is kind of like the thing that increases the Doom scaling. Would be nice. We'll see what we can do with that.
Bite this. I got a flame eater.
Ooh. I have never caught one of those before, even all the times I've been playing on other consoles for this game. I have never caught one of those before.
Bone rakers.
But yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to this weekend. I've got a haircut I've got to book in for, which, because my hair is an absolute mess. As well, so usual problems there. It's one of the things where I plan to do a lot of things and I end up then forgetting to do them, or other stuff becomes a bit more of a priority at the time. And then I've got plans for later on this year. I've also got to chase up
Chaos has a new effect.
some later plans I have with some of my family as well for a weekend of kind of like a day out we're planning for. It's gonna be nice as well. So, yeah. You know, try my best to be social as much as I can be, right? Even though I'm terrible at it.
Who's going to clean all this up?
Not me.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, what else is going on at the moment? I mean, I've got some odd jobs I picked up, which I've got to complete as well, so that's kind of on my list. Which, is going to take some of my time up, which I'll probably focus on tomorrow. And hopefully I can get those done and get them out of the way as well. Then there is a bit of a cleaning I will probably do over on Saturday. So, yeah. Got a lot of plans. And then, yeah, I've got to try and create a, gotta try and do some other things that I want to do as well. So I'm trying to mess around with some learning some new skills and stuff and kind of focusing on creating things on that end as well. Ooh, shop? No. We'll go this way. Maybe some upgrades. How many boons have I got? I haven't received another boon, but I can upgrade 2 of them to 3 of them. Maybe. At least 2 of them.
Who's there? You been snacking on onions or something there, hon? No offense or anything, but you smell like you ate a whole one of them raw.
I did.
Yes, but wait. How else are you supposed to eat those things?
What, are you kidding me? You can grill them, saute them, fry them, boil them, pickle them, roast them? Oh, hun, you've been missing out.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, I'll upgrade 2 boons.
You bet.
I get heroic on the one, epic on the other.
Spot.
So that is really good. The Doom.
See you again.
Thank you very much.
You'll not do so.
But yeah, I have got some cool stuff. Also, I mean, kind of getting back into playing some poker. I played a lot when I was at uni and stuff, so and with some good close friends as well. Still kind of play with some other people I've met as well online. Every so often we kind of like have a meet up and go, enter an online poker tournament and go, yeah, cool, we're gonna face off and see who can get the furthest kind of thing. And then like when one of us gets to the point, we'll end up like, sharing our screens to be like, oh, look at the hand he's got, he's playing terrible. And yeah, I'm kind of like getting back more into that. More kind of like the social aspect than anything else.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Dash cause rift blaze. Doom effects take longer but deal more damage. That's really good. I do like that. Now I just want this like a stacking version, I guess.
All aboard.
Like the more hits I do within that time frame, I can deal more damage to them.
Clear for now.
Let's carry on. We've got a lot of health as well. This is actually going quite okay for like a 1 boon style run. But I am looking at many things at the moment. Right. I got a lot of stuff kind of on my mind and stuff I'm planning to do and stuff I'm trying to focus on as well. But I gotta try and keep it slow, right? If I try and take too much on it all at once, I'll end up being distracted and never completing any of it. So I gotta remember that as well. It's always the way, right? It's like you try and think yourself, oh yeah, I want to do that. Oh yeah, I want to do that. Oh yeah, I want to do that. And then suddenly it's like, oh, I can't do any of the stuff I want to do anymore. Because you just either run out of time or, you know, you kind of get bogged down in the small things rather than focusing on the things you should worry about. You are around Dionysus.
What I need.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Cheers to that.
Does that go from now on? Oh yeah, so yeah. From now on. It's one of those things where it's like, I wish it kind of affects like the past fountains that you've hit, right? I know I'm getting at least like a 4% damage bonus on it.
Why, Lerner, you are looking positively fabulous, I have to say.
Benny Dennis. So yeah. And then what else is? Been playing through a bit of Avowed, because that got released, so that's on Game Pass. So I was trying it out, seeing what it was like. How shall I say this in kind of a way? Like, the game is kind of okay, like from what I can see. Issue-wise is, like, if I was going to say there's any issues with the game, it kind of incentivizes melee combat quite a lot. Right? Like, I mean, like, I try to mess around early with some of the magic builds and stuff, and I haven't kind of, like, got, like, that far into the game, so I've got to try and actually, like, create a proper magic build and kind of, like, actually play through it and stuff, or a mage build. But I'm finding that, like, the game heavily incentivizes you to use a mixture of ranged and melee in that case, or just go pure melee. Because obviously if you go range, you have to have like melee options, because stuff will close you down, I think. And it's all stuff that's kind of tied to your gear level rather than your actual level, which is kind of an interesting thing. Now, this might be me and my kind of like idiocy playing an RPG and everything else, because I do it quite a lot. You know, I'm an idiot. But I start off with one character, and kind of focusing on the melee aspect and like tanking and regenning and stuff like that, which is where we'll be going with it. And I noticed I got to like just after like the major early plot point, like when you enter like one major big city and the thing that happens there, and I noticed like as I was obviously going through that quest that kind of happens through there, the main story quest, I noticed a lot of the enemies
Could try a different one.
were very... Now we'll keep actually what we got. They weren't like difficult to deal with, but they became increasingly more annoying to deal with, right? Like for when beforehand I could probably like kill something in like 3 swings, it seemed that it takes so much more than that. Like a stupid amount of swings just to be able to turn around and kill something.
The fields of Elysium.
And yeah, I probably should have some like actual control tools available, because I wasn't using any of the magic at that point and was still kind of like, I'm gonna do my own thing kind of attitude and stuff. I kind of wanted to play like a range archer build as well, because, you know, Skyrim. And you can't take my stealth archer build away from me. I'm not letting you. But that's kind of where I felt like, to start with, at least in the early game, the range options aren't really that great, right? Like, your draw speed on the bow is very slow. Stuff really does kind of close you down. Incentivizes you to have a lot of kind of stamina for that sort of stuff as well, which, you know, gives you the obvious output of why I said, like, this game focuses so much on melee. Well, no, I probably should explain myself when it kind of incentivizes melee a bit more, shouldn't I? Because at least I can be fair to the game. So what I mean by the game incentivizes melee a lot more rather than sort of ranged options. Special being a bomb. Nah, attack faster, let's go. Don't know why I went for that, I should have gone for the... Price 15, can't do that. More gold's kind of interesting, but we should take the gold from here. So, start off with is the stat block, right? So the abilities you have and stuff, they have one that focuses on your just general attack power. They have one that then focuses on your health, which gives you other bonuses towards that as well. There's another one that focuses on what is classed your attack speed or action speed. They're both the same thing, I thought, but I don't think they are. I do not know. I haven't done anything else. Then you got something then focusing on your perception, which is like critical hits and stuff. You then have the one focusing on then the magic stats, which is like your mana bar essentially. And then you got one focusing on your stamina bar. Now, everything I've just said there is kind of nice in the sense that if I invest into damage, I get damage on both, but then I might not have enough stuff to cast spells, which may be a slight problem. Maybe. Right? It won't be like a massive problem. But because the fact that the game has done that...
Not going to like this.
I'm taking my boy. Special inflicts hangover. Yeah, why not? I'm sorry.
I thought we were on better terms, cousin. I ask only for your cooperation, yet still you turn your back.
No, I'm just not betraying my boy. I learned my lesson from that once before.
I angered her, I guess.
So yeah, I kind of learned my thing on the fact that kind of like, hang on a minute. So if I'm having to focus on melee, essentially, because, or like I'm at attack power because the fact that of just like how the game is being functioned, because that's where I get most of my damage. And the fact that a lot of stuff has quite a good amount of like close, you know, they close you down quite quickly and are quite variable as well, because I won't be able to dodge very early on, so I don't have that much stamina. So we've got two issues there, right? So I need health, so I invested the health as well. So you think, okay, health and attack, that's kind of like your two main ones. I could be all wrong with this late game, like, or mid game or whatever, but it's just as a start, and so it's kind of like playing the game firsthand. You know, with like no notion of the rest of it as well.
I see no benefit to staying angry, cousin. I promised Nyx that I would help rather than hinder you.
Good. At least we're on the same page then. Dash can deflect is actually pretty good.
Your wisdom guide me.
I do like dash deflecting. So, next up is then sort of like, if I'm going to be doing melee and damage and stuff anyway, like I'm going to want some level of attack speed. And even if I'm doing a range build, I want attack speed as well, because I want to be able to attack fast and survive stuff. So, okay, that's a given. Next up, all this stuff I'm doing, I'm really taking a lot of damage from these guys. Cost stamina, so I want to invest in stamina. And I'm like, okay, so I've invested in every stat except maybe magic at the moment, and attack speed is probably the other one you probably could get rid of. But, like, you kind of want that. No, attack, sorry, magic and crit. There's only two I haven't invested in. So I haven't really specialized or anything else. I've just done sort of like generic things to think, okay, the game play incentivizes this, I probably should play like this. Yeah? And I've come to realize that, yeah, the game doesn't really want me to kind of go with the magic, even though the magic is kind of the whole point of it, right? So like the main story and stuff is we'll still some health here. The main story is like you're focusing on you as a person who's classed as a godlike, someone who's been touched by a higher deity.
Something the matter there, stranger? Or have you come to torment me some more with idle chat?
No.
You know Achilles, don't you, sir? You're Patroclus. Achilles serves us at my home. He trained me. He sends you his regards and love. He says to tell you he is thinking of you always.
That name. So then you've seen him, have you? In your father's house? And want me to believe he said all that? You'll forgive me if I am a little skeptical. In life, I left Achilles, and in death, he left me. We're even. And we've nothing left to say to one another now.
But that can't possibly be true. There must be some misunderstanding here. You haven't spoken since you died?
We haven't, no. And I don't think we shall. But you can humor him for me, I guess. Tell him I'm doing perfectly all right, won't you?
A lover's quarrel, hey. We'll take the health there. Every gen. And I can't give you anything anyway. There we go. So yeah, we've kind of like invested in.
Don't have much time, but let me see if I can pitch in.
Invested into like a bunch of stuff, right? And like I haven't even really looked at like the scaling on the magic stuff or things like that. So like 100%, I could be wrong, right? And the magic kind of slaps, you know, and stuff. But like you're a godlike. You've been touched by God, which incentivizes like the use of special abilities and stuff. And like, in my opinion, it would kind of lean into the whole magic and you should use magic type thing, right? Because you're more mystical, you're different from everyone else, and all that jazz. But like, essentially, like a king of a land decides that there's this plague going on and sends you basically to try and investigate and stop the cause of this plague, right? Like that's literally the whole storyline that I kind of know as it stands at the moment. And then kind of like on the idea of,
Right there. Enough.
cool, we win.
You're fast, I'll give you that.
Thank you very much. Let's move on. Just go for the key here. And then, of course, then like because the fact that you have like a lack of almost like the lack of magic because of that. Like I don't know if the game is kind of the same. It's kind of like what I was maybe expecting. Like I said, it could be me, but it makes the game feel like you have to go into melee. And then because of all the gear and stuff that you have, like limitation-wise, of like you have to have higher quality gear. You have to upgrade it. Like I could just be the fact I'm not picking all the materials up. I swear I'm picking everything up. I didn't have enough materials to upgrade all my gear to a higher level before I hit a wall. Not a wall, but before I hit a point where like I was doing a lot less damage to enemies, like substantially a lot less, right? You know, to one point it's like, you know, you're taking off like, say, like maybe like chunks of health bars to sliver have health bars, especially like bosses and stuff. And I was just kind of like, oh, okay. And it's not like the fights are really that hard either. Like you can really sort of cheese some of them and stuff with just like kiting them quite well or stuff like that, which just adds to the factor that you know it's a slog and it just seems like a damage sponge. And if we're arguing, I am playing on normal. I tend to play it on normal anyway because that is just... I assume that is the way that the game was designed around, was normal. Right? Not because of that I'm scared of hard mode. Okay? But yeah, it's... because I feel like I can get the genuine experience that the developers have suggested for the game. That's why they put a normal mode in there. If you want the game to be hard, do what Dark Souls do and just don't put any sort of slider. But like the hard and extreme modes, I just feel like all that's going to happen is we're going to be essentially just put into a position where we're just kind of stuck dealing with like really spongy health bars and one person getting one shot. So you kind of have no choice but to invest in health and stuff like that, which if you do invest in that stuff, means you can't invest in other things. Right? Now, it doesn't stop you building like a magic build or stuff like that, even with like investing in weird stats, right? Or the normal stats. Like, it's just... I don't think you'd have enough resources. Oh, and yeah, the other thing, a reason why I think Internet buys melee. To get, like, magic back, yeah? So, like, more mana back, you have to go to the enemy you've defeated in their location where you defeated them to collect the resource from their body. It doesn't just float to you once they die or anything like that. No. You have to physically walk over and get it. Again, incentivizes you being close to your opponents and being in melee range and stuff like that. You know? I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Power of the gods.
I'm just saying it's kind of almost very obvious that it incentivizes that melee aspect of it.
Still.
And I'm kind of like...
It's you or me, fishies.
I'm kind of like, you know, like I kind of wish I could just have more variance. You know? I do like the idea, the fact that some of the magic tools and stuff just require you to essentially just have them, and they have like a set spell list that you can use from. I think that's a great idea of the game. That's one of the mechanics. Take that. Pick up this up as well. Any health is worth more? Why not? Let's move on to a boss fight. What other sort of interesting stuff was on there?
You face the champion and me. Ready yourself.
Will do. Oh. The other bit I found out as well, which was kind of annoying to find out, was the fact that you kind of have the wands and the bow and arrow. If you had to choose between them, you just choose the wand. Reason why you choose the wand? Because it's a one-handed weapon, not a two-handed weapon. I don't really see much different in stat-wise. And the other aspect of it as well is it just fires faster.
I guess they're testing me.
You know? So I'm a little bit kind of like, that's great and all, but you know, I just feel kind of like the options that I would like to play aren't really that effective. And I don't really know how that's going to affect other options either, right? Like, it might be fine. Like, it might be fine. I'm just reacting because it's the early game, right? But I'm allowed to have my moan about stuff like that. Like, I think the game gets a really kind of nice setup for you to understand it and kind of get a grasp of the mechanics, but then that's kind of like why I said that the game kind of incentivizes melee, because the game really does just incentivize melee straight off the bat. Like, I don't know about the initial classes, but I got double checked and started one with like the whole mage backstory, so I'll probably do that at some point and get back to you on that. But like, you get all of like the set of weapons at the start, but you get given like a melee weapon first for the 2 ones I've done. So like the ranger background that I kind of went for, the first thing that was given to me was the was an axe rather than a bow and arrow, which kind of was like, ah, okay, that's an inkling again that you want me to use melee. You know? Like, even in Skyrim, you got all the tools available to you straight at the start, and like, the first weapon you get is like a sword or an axe, like one-hander, then you immediately run through, kill a bunch of guys, and then get a spell book. Or you already have a spell attached to you, so you can use that straight off the bat. Right? But no, you're getting towards, like, near the end before you actually get, like, the spell stuff for that tutorial area. Nah, too early. My bad. Mic that up. Let's go this way first. So yeah, I don't really know what to think of it like that, really. Like, as I said, like, I'm enjoying the game, just more niggles on it, right? Some of the stuff is a bit heavy-handed in regards to like just like dialogue a little bit and stuff like that. Some of the stuff was kind of genuinely interesting if you kind of like dive deep into it, and character interactions seem kind of semi-genuine and stuff, right? Although a little bit kind of like on the early defensive side, which was kind of weird, right? So kind of like, what I mean like early defensive side is this idea that before I even interacted with any of these people, I got given a quest to go and do something. I go and do the thing, and I come back, and then, like, there's a hidden motive of why they did it, right? Like, why they did that, why they maybe didn't give me enough information on the quest or stuff like that. I'm like, okay, you know, like, I don't need to know. And then I find out the information of what really the quest is all about, right? And instead of them explaining kind of, like, what they're doing and why they're doing it, and then saying the fact that kind of, like, oh, yeah, you know, this is all outlawed in the country and stuff, can you please, like, not, like, dob us in, essentially. They immediately got defensive and went straight to threats. Right? Like, if the person didn't trust me enough with that knowledge, they wouldn't have really sent me on the quest in the first place, right? That's just like, first and foremost, that's generally the thing there. They generally just would not have trusted you with it. So their reaction is a little bit kind of like part of the political climate type attitude, where I'm like, okay, I mean, I can forgive it a little bit, because it was doing hangover deals damage faster. Yes, please.
Cheers, you two.
It does take an interesting debate, especially for like a medieval magic type period, but I kind of wish it kind of like delved a little bit more into it as well.
I'll take this one.
Bonus damage, influence. I'll take that. Like, that's pretty good. So yeah, like, I still think it was like, it wasn't like a bad kind of like extra quest and stuff. Just go collect these things, as are if there are different outcomes to these quests and stuff. Don't know yet. They will let you know if like choices matter and stuff. If I play through it, when I play it through it with like other kind of builds and stuff. I do like some of the choices and the idea of like the fact that your kind of like starting professions and stuff have a grander impact on like what you can say and stuff, as well as your stats, which is kind of nice. Because I always felt like choosing a profession sometimes, like, oh yeah, you know, I was a scientist on board, and every game is just like, oh yeah, and then like, to a certain point, you're like, oh, it doesn't even care that you were a scientist anymore. Like, you don't have any special dialogue options anymore, it's completely forgotten. You're now the hero. Which kind of always got on my nerves. I'm like, why even bother choose a profession, right?
There it is already.
Take that. Inflict more doom. That gives me a 20% increase. That is a 21, which is not a 20% increase, so we do that.
Zesty.
This is a 4% increase on no stats. Let's go face the final boss. You can buy anything as well? We can buy something. Let's buy something then. But these can deflect, expose. Impervious for longer and 1 use replenish, but we don't really have any uses, but still that's pretty good.
Joyfully, the Hound of Hell
Imperviability.
satyr sack.
I owe you one, boy.
But yeah, it's like those kind of things and like actual human interaction, I think in most of the games has kind of like lost its meaning. Because like you can do stuff without being heavy-handed and really aggressive about stuff, right?
Nice night, no?
Remember, I can always get here much, much faster than you.
Well, you can teleport, it's unfair. So, like what I'm saying about it is, it's kind of like, let's take a hypothetical scenario based upon kind of like, without spoiling the details of the storyline, similar to what that storyline was going for with that like mini quest and stuff, right? So, the storyline had a quest for me where I had to go collect some dubious parcels that someone had taken from someone else, right? They wouldn't say what was the parcel was or what the parcel contained, but they wanted me to get those supplies back, essentially. So you go and get the supplies back, and you find out what the supplies actually are. Right? So at that point then, you can either have like 2 options, which is just return it and never question it, or return it, but kind of like question like, why do you want these things kind of thing, right? And then, now, if the person trusted you enough to go and collect these supplies and stuff, they might have hidden the true intent of stuff like that, because obviously the items themselves are against the law to use, own, or whatever. So that's kind of like why they didn't like tell you immediately, but they see that you still know what the items are and return them. So instead of getting defensive on the facts, right, they would probably be grateful that you returned them and probably, you know, ask you out the goodness of your heart to kind of be like, can you please not dob us in? Because they trust you enough with the first part and they've seen that you've returned them, so they have no animosity towards you, right? Like, genuinely, there's no need for them to be angry or upset with you in any way, shape, or form. You have done nothing wrong. So the aggression that the character showed didn't make sense. At least to me, right? So if something as simple as like that, that's already thrown you off. So like the correct response would have been, as I said, like for them to be like, you know, dubious of what your intentions are, but more on the side of caution than aggression, right? More the idea of the fact that, well, I know they're probably not going to do anything in, but are they going to want to extort me now? Or... And the problem is like, the phrases that my character ends up selecting kind of allude to the idea that they were going to do that, even though I was choosing some of the nicer options. So there was a bit of inconsistency with the dialogue selection. No, but that's happened a few times with games like that recently, where they like, we're going to make you seem like an a-hole for no reason, even though you're trying to be nice. I took a lot of damage for that, though. That's my fault. I'm trying to be cheeky. And kind of like I said, I didn't mind the topic they were discussing or anything else as well. I got no issue with that, and to be honest, I was on the side of the woman in the first place just as a principle. But... you know, it feels really annoying that the selection I had was already set in stone before I could even do anything else about it, right? And then on top of that as well, the clear aggression that was shown before anything else for no particular reason as well. No, that was annoying. That was a massive hit. So yeah, like, we're still happy, and I thought the interaction generally, apart from like the you know, the whole kind of like threat stuff straight off the bat, was kind of semi-charming, right? Like, the thing that annoys me sometimes quite a lot is when there is actually like genuine good charming character that, say, may come from a voice actor or voice actress that is overshadowed by poor dialogue decisions, right? Nice, cool, we're done.
For a student of Achilles, I fear that you surpassed even his skill by now.
Thank you!
No.
I'll take that. Heat 5 done. Interesting build.
Blood.
Let's continue.
Having achieved his goal, the Underworld Prince discovers that the mortal realm is utterly bereft of the life-threatening excitement to which he has grown accustomed, and the lack of anything of note to do, the sheer mundanity, results in this.
Did Homer just say I died of boredom?
Thank you everyone, you're too kind.
Hypnos, you're not irreplaceable, you understand? If you don't shape up quickly, someone else is going to have your job.
Oh, I hear you loud and clear, Thanatos. And let me tell you, they will have the greatest job in all the underworld.
I feel like I'm not getting through to you, brother. Well, after the inevitable happens, don't come telling me I didn't try.
Don't worry,
Excellent work, my son.
Mother, one thing I was wondering about was, how did you summon Charon to your surface residence? Especially without, you know, being dead.
Oh, why... he gave me his calling card after he graciously helped get me out of here the first time. No doubt at Nyx's request, but still. Never thought I'd use it, but I still kept it. Just in case.
See, that really shows that she always wants to be back, right?
Okay. Saw your new pact of punishment out in the courtyard, Father. Impressed that you could find a parchment large enough to fit all the unpleasant stipulations. So you're taking even harsher measures to contain me?
Yep, that's true.
Whether you consent to the terms of the pact is entirely up to you, boy. But in all your comings and goings, it is important that we have full knowledge of which property is being carried from the premises.
Hey, listen a moment, lad. I require your discretion with regards to whom we spoke about last time. The Shade you met with in Elysium.
Yep.
I understand. What can I do about this, sir? There must be something. But you have to let me know what's going on.
Simply put, he is the reason that I'm here. Patroclus lost his life before I did, because of me. I shortly followed, in a rage. When I arrived here, I received a hero's welcome. Your father himself ushered me to Elysium. But that's not what I wanted.
You wanted to see Patroclus, but he's in Elysium while you... Oh no.
I signed a pact, lad. Felt the terms were good enough. He could live there, while I'd live here, at least for now. Such deals are most uncommon, and their confidentiality must be upheld. But let's speak no more of this for now, all right? Some other time.
See the misunderstanding that was caused there.
I heard lately from the goddess Athena, Nyx. She seems to admire you. I thought Olympians didn't like our kind.
They typically do not. But you are family, child. And I believed Athena wise enough to understand why someone such as I would seek her in particular. She has in turn made others in her family aware.
You make a good team. You know, while I was brutal squaring off against the three of you, I have to say, Meg, I was happy you were with your sisters. Nothing like a common cause for bringing bitter rivals together, right?
You have your pact of punishment to thank for our reunion there. We have to answer to its terms. But my sisters and we got on better than I had expected. I will give you that.
So you've patched things up then? Going to start spending more quality time together and all that?
Let's not get carried away. A work assignment forcing our cooperation is not exactly a big step in the quality of our relationship.
It's a start, though.
But it's a step.
It is a start, though. Let's go get the fish. Hand out all the stuff we need.
You, chef.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. You get one.
Such gifts won't stay my whip when next we meet out there. You realize that, right?
I realize it. And I hope you never change, Meg.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Among my many children, both those born to me and surrogate to me, you are one of the most thoughtful and most generous of all.
You have always cared for me and protected me and given me someone to look up to. This is nothing, Nyx.
Let's keep going.
Oh, why? I'm very much obliged that you have thought of me again for such a wonderfully thoughtful gift.
Oh yeah, I gotta keep, my boy Orpheus here.
It's nothing, Orpheus. Thank you for all the inspiration through your song. I love your work, mate.
Gift everyone something.
Have another bottle, why don't you, Father? Not like it's going to change anything between us, right? All the nectar in the underworld can't change what's already happened. Or change yourself.
Grumpy.
You're probably correct. You must think it is my age that makes me obstinate, unable to change my nature. But I have always been inflexible. You think I'm proud of it? You call me father like it's an insult. I deserve the title only as a technicality, I know.
You could start being a better father at any point. There's no one stopping you but you.
Yes, well, unfortunately I am a significant impediment. You should be well aware of that. You were able to stop me. I have, thus far, been unable to do so.
Well, with that attitude...
Clearly a tsundere, right?
Oh, this is wonderful, except... I'm racked with guilt for having nothing much to give you in return. You never even got a mother's love from me.
Please don't say that. It's just a gift, all right? Besides, can't we start now? Mother and son type things, if you would like.
I'd like that even more than this fine nectar, Zagreus.
That is right. That is right. Have we completed anything else that we need off there? No, don't have enough darkness just yet, but we're getting there, we're getting there. we unlock all the other stuff as well. But yeah, that is everything today.
Long way to go. I think I'm ready.
So again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.